Ohio did not become politically important because it was born a swing state. It became important because millions of people, goods, and arguments moved through it. In the early 19th century, Ohio was a fast growing frontier state. Farmers, merchants, veterans, migrants, and new towns were building a society between Lake Erie and the Ohio River. That position linked eastern markets, the Ohio Valley, and the expanding Midwest. The Ohio and Erie Canal turned that geography into daily connections. Canal boats carried produce and supplies, while towns along the route gained warehouses, jobs, newspapers, and people with a stake in how the state was governed. Railroads later accelerated the same transformation. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, river towns, factory districts, and farm counties had different interests, and elections forced them into one statewide conversation. That scale made Ohio valuable to national parties. By 1824, its electoral votes were important enough to draw sustained presidential campaigning. Conventions, local committees, partisan newspapers, and public meetings made politics something people participated in, not simply something decided far away. The conflicts were real. Ohioans argued over banks, internal improvements, slavery, immigration, labor, and the power of the federal government. The state bordered Kentucky, a slave state, while anti-slavery activists and underground railroad networks also shaped public life. During the Civil War, Ohio soldiers voted from the field, a reminder that national crises reached into ordinary households and communities. Industrial growth later made the state even more consequential. Workers in Cleveland and Akron, farmers in the interior, business owners in Cincinnati, and immigrants in growing cities did not always vote alike. Candidates had to build broad coalitions rather than speak to one region alone. The practical stakes were visible in ordinary places. A canal lock or rail depot could decide whether crops reached market cheaply. A factory payroll could reshape a neighborhood. County meetings and city papers carried local concerns into state contests, while state contests became tests for national parties. Ohio's political weight therefore grew from organized communities as much as from its electoral vote. Politicians had to listen to changing towns, workplaces, churches, and farms because no single Ohio interest could speak for the whole state. As canals gave way to faster rail connections, that statewide web became denser. The technology changed, but the political problem remained. How could one government balance communities tied to different kinds of work? Ohio produced major national figures, including William Henry Harrison, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, William Howard Taft, and Warren G. Harding. But the deeper story is not a scoreboard of presidents. It is the electorate behind them. People linked by canals and rails, divided by class and region, and repeatedly treated as a test of the country itself. That is why Ohio became a political kingmaker,